I've already made a video talking about the worst Battle Brawlers cards, but now I think it should be appropriate to make a video talking about the best Battle Brawlers cards. While Bakugan have so many cards after it's been rebranded as a full-blown TCG, there are just so many cards with very unique abilities that make the game a lot more exciting. Some of these cards range from increasing high amounts of stats for very low cost, to continuous beneficial abilities that last as long as they're on the field, to the point where it can completely turn the tide in the game. In fact, some of these cards from Battle Brawlers are still a hot find today, with them still being worth something on the secondary market and people still looking for them even after they have been reprinted in the blind box product. As usual for this video, we're going to try to avoid the vanilla cards found in the toy products as much as possible, but sit back, relax, and let's dive into this analysis video with the top 10 best cards from the Battle Brawlers set. Number 10. Orless Hyper Garganoid Ultra. Orless Hyper Garganoid Ultra is a very solid EVO card and pretty much what I expect an EVO card to be in this reboot. A decently cost beater. For the cost of 3, Orless Garganoid will become a 905, but on Red Fist it gains plus 700, so at best Garganoid can become an 1850B 8 damage Bakugan, or if you land on a plus 6 Red Fist, it's a 1611, which is flexible and very good. Especially with Garganoid's toy design, he is without a doubt a model of what EVO cards are like in this new series of Bakugan. Being an Orless, of course, it's practically a huge beat stick. That's what Orless Bakugan are designed to be in this game, and I got to tip my head off for the design of this EVO card. It's definitely good, especially beating out a lot of the other Bakugan we got. Number 9. Fierce Termination. Fierce Termination is one of those conditional free-to-play flip cards that every faction got. They might appear more on this list because they are actually really good and are practically a necessity for viable optional defense or last resorts. Fierce Termination for 4 cost, stop non-Pyrus damage, but if you are in Fury, it's free. Fury is active when you have no cards in hand, and given that that is the gimmick of Pyrus faction in this game, that is bound to happen. Since Pyrus is all about damage rushing and using all of your resources quickly, it makes sense to have a 3 of this in your deck so that on situations you won't get game stalled and long-term beaten down when you've run out of options. Number 8. Nature's Power. When you are running a Ventus deck, Nature's Power is a definite run 3 of. For the cost of 1, give a non-Ventus Bakugan minus 500 B power. That is a huge deal when you're dueling against Bakugan like Chaos Pegatrix, Orless Garganoid, Dragonoid Ultra, a lot of Bakugan that are able to exceed 1000 B power. For the low cost of just 1, you could take first turn duel, and it's extremely helpful given how low B power some Ventus Bakugan have, or if your opponent lucked out and managed to exceed your Bakugan after rolling. Nature's Power as well late game can be used as a cost efficient card, and taking away 500 B power is already very huge and still leaves room for more expensive cost cards that takes even more power or boosts power. Bottom line is, Nature's Power is a cost effective and super effective card to have if you're running Ventus. Number 7. The Sky's Hymn. A 1 cost card where you look at top 3 and stack them in any order, and if you're in domination, draw 1. This card for a 1 cost can stack your deck in any way you like. You can stack a flip card on top of 4 damage check, you can stack a card you want to draw next turn. This is very good. Domination activates if you have more cores, so you can use this definitely to guarantee a card you come across in those 3 cards. It is awesome. Number 6. Tiger Reflex. The Ventus version of the free-to-play flip card. With Turbo, you can stop non-Ventus for free. Turbo activates when you have more energy than your opponent, and seeing as how Ventus has cards everywhere that energizes your energy, it's no problem. It's also very easy to set up this card to save yourself. If you're on turn 2 and you have 2 energy, then you can play turn to energy and relax, because if you manage to flip Tiger Reflex, it will be free, and by turn 3, you already have 3 energy before charge. Tiger Reflex not only has early game, but very late game playability like the other cards. Tiger Reflex is actually still being sought after to this day. Number 5. Chaos Titanilius. If you've seen my top Evo video, you know that Chaos Titanilius is one of the best Evos in the game that managed to make its way in the meta in the past. Though, admittedly, I don't know if he's still relevant in today's meta since the pandemic stopped a lot of tournaments, but I haven't checked. Chaos Titanilius is a 4 cost 808 and on blue shield plus 200, and if he picks up the blue shield, you can attach an additional Baku core from the field to Nilius, and on red fist plus 4 damage. Nilius on Blue Shield can become a 16, 50, and 8, and if he attaches another core, he can go way higher, whether beat power or damage depending on your situation. If you're in a duel where you are still a bit low, you can attach cores that give beat power, or if you know you're in a situation where you are already going to win, you can attach more damage focused cores from the field. Chaos Titanilius is a really good beat stick, really good damager, and he steals cores from the field. What else could you want? To this day, I think I've heard that people still look for Chaos Titanilius, and I can really tell that this guy is a very good addition to a lot of Chaos decks. It's very flexible and a very easy to play 4 cost. By the way, did you know when this card came out, there was a misprint on this card where instead of attach an additional Bakugan from the field to Chaos Titanilius, it said Titan Chaos Fangzor instead. Titan Chaos Fangzor doesn't even exist. That is hilarious. Number 4, Inferno Wings. Inferno Wings is a 3 cost plus 300 B power, and it removes all Baku cores your opponent holds. So not only does Inferno Wings give plus 300 B power, but it also wipes any cores your opponent picks up, therefore depriving them of boosts and also depriving them of any boosts their open Bakugan have, but also, if you time this card right, can shut down Chaos Domination. Inferno Wings is a very amazing, super rare, and also you are able to obtain at least 1 copy of this card by buying the Chaos Howlcore Ultra starter deck. For the low cost of just 3, Inferno Wings has some very beneficial abilities and bonus that I think a lot of people really would like in their decks. Giving B power while also nerfing the opposition, especially against Bakugan that could get core bonuses like Nilius Ultra or Pegatrix, that's a card that is a huge recommend getting. Number 3, Might of Syndius. Might of Syndius is the precursor card for what players would play as the damage meta. Not only for a 2 cost your Bakugan would get plus 1 damage, but Might of Syndius changes the victor condition to highest damage wins, or as Ryan calls it, crit fighting.
Might of Syndius, crit fight, I gain 1 crit.
Might of Syndius would continue to be such a relevant card today because of so many Bakugan having such low B power but high damage, changing the format of the victor of the battle being a very efficient strategy as well as a good last resort. Having such high damage to win the battle while also dealing such a heavy blow to your opponent would still continue to be used as a strategy and deck focus for brawlers to this day. Might of Syndius made such an impact that you can get a Hex reprint as a box topper in the faction bundle sets. Running this along with damage boosters and mitigators is just such a popular thing now, giving Bakugan that people really like but suck too bad a chance for victory. To me, Might of Syndius along with Max still continue to hold up a legacy that players still look for or use this card to this day, especially with the ensuing power creep coming. Number 2, Pact of Darkness. Pact of Darkness is the darkest version of the free-to-play flip, stopping non-darkest and sacrifice, discard a card to play for free. Sacrifice is the keyword of darkest, where it seems more of a condition instead of a special ability bonus. Sacrifice makes you discard a card to play an additional bonus ability, and in this case, Pact of Darkness allows you to stop a non-darkest attack by discarding a card. Pact of Darkness can make you discard a card like Shiner Riot to free play it, therefore giving off the synergy. I know a lot of people who play decks that increase their hand and play Pact of Darkness to use their hand as a resource, and the reason for me why Pact of Darkness is number 2 on my list is because I do like the feeling of using your hand as a resource to defend yourself, similar to how they do it in Cardfight Vanguard. Pact of Darkness continues to be an expensive find because of how scarce it is, and I think to this day people still look for it because it's a cheap cost of discarding 1 card as opposed to conditional free-to-play cards like most energy or most cores. And the number 1 card in Battle Brawlers is Dan Kuzo. Dan Kuzo is a 4-cost hero where it gives a continuous ability. When you open a Bakugan, reveal the top card of your deck. If it is not a flip card, you may play it for free. Dan's card is absolutely the best card in the entire set, with an ability that not only conserves your hand, but allows you to cheese out expensive cost cards for free. Dan plays any card that's not a flip card off the top of your deck regardless of cost. He saves your hand, and even if you do reveal a flip, you'll know there is a flip there, so if you lose the battle, you know you'll be safe. 4 cost is also a very good cost to bring this card out. It's an absolutely amazing card and actually still continues to be sought after by players and collectors alike to this day. I know I use a full playset in my deck, and the marketplace for Dan is definitely reflective of how valuable it is, not to mention how hard it is to pull. Dan Kuzo really is the best card in the set and probably continues to even be one of the best cards in the entire game and even a necessary staple in decks involving pirates. Bottom line is, Dan is awesome, and I'm glad I got my playset when I did. Woo! Thank you guys for watching this episode of BakuTalk Analysis. If there's something else you want to talk about, leave in the comment section below, and I'll be sure to get to it. Also, I know this isn't the usual BakuTalk News Deluxe editions, but there hasn't been really that much news I wanted to talk about or cover, so I didn't want to deprive you guys of content. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really want to try to make some more Bakugan Pro videos to support the TCG, because we need more TCG content. But let me know what you guys think and what your list is for top 10 best Battle Brawlers cards. Alright, I'm gonna head out of here. Hope you guys enjoy. Be sure to press the like button and give us a subscribe for more awesome Bakugan content. I've been Haru Ren. Thank God for Rapid Fire. Bye!